He was born a slave. He had no wealth, no power, and no freedom. Yet, in a world that tried to chain his body, he discovered a kind of freedom that no master could ever touch. The freedom of the mind. His name was Epictetus, and his teachings would outlive the Roman Empire itself. He showed that true strength isn't found in fortune or fame, but in self-control, reason, and acceptance of life as it is. Epictetus didn't write books. He didn't lead armies. But through his words, he taught millions how to face pain, loss, and uncertainty without losing peace of mind. As he once said, "No man is free unless he is master of himself." This is the story of the slave who became one of history's greatest philosophers, and how his wisdom can still set you free today. Chapter 1. What you can and cannot control. Epictetus began his philosophy with one simple truth: some things are in our control, and some things are not. He said, "There are things which are within our power, and there are things which are beyond our power." What's within our power? Our thoughts, our choices, our actions, and our attitude. And what's beyond it? The weather, the opinions of others, the economy, the past, even our own reputation. Most of our suffering, Epictetus said, comes from trying to control what we can't. We get angry at traffic, we worry about what people think, we blame others for how we feel. But the moment we focus only on what we can control, ourselves, we begin to find peace. Think about it. You can't control how someone speaks to you, but you can control how you respond. You can't control whether the world is fair, but you can control whether you act with integrity. That's the essence of Stoicism, freedom through focus. When you stop fighting what's outside your power, you take full command of what truly is. Or, as Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Chapter 2. The power of acceptance. Once you understand what's beyond your control, the next step is acceptance. Epictetus taught that peace comes when we stop resisting reality. He said, "Don't seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for things to happen as they do, and your life will flow smoothly." Acceptance isn't weakness. It's strength without struggle. It means saying yes to life, even when life doesn't say yes to you. You miss the bus, you lose a job, a plan falls apart. Your first thought might be frustration or blame. But the Stoic approach is different. Instead of fighting what already happened, ask, how can I respond wisely to this? Because the event itself isn't the problem. Your reaction is. Every obstacle, Epictetus believed, is a lesson in disguise, a chance to practice patience, courage, or humility. Think of acceptance like a river. You can try to swim against it and exhaust yourself, or you can learn to flow with it and reach your destination with ease. That's the power of acceptance, not surrendering to fate, but cooperating with it. Chapter 3. Virtue is the only true good. For Epictetus, happiness doesn't come from wealth, pleasure, or success. It comes from virtue, from living with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. He believed that external things are neither good nor bad by themselves. Money can build a home or destroy a family. Fame can inspire others or corrupt the soul. What matters is not what we have, but how we use it. It's not things themselves that disturb us, Epictetus said, but the opinions we hold about them. A virtuous person, in his view, stays steady in both fortune and failure, because their values don't depend on circumstances. Think of someone who loses everything yet keeps their dignity, or someone who gains power but stays humble. That's virtue in action, the only true good that no one can take away. Epictetus taught that philosophy isn't about clever words or debate. It's about living rightly, every day, in every decision. No great thing is created suddenly, he reminded his students. You must practice and strengthen your soul, just as an athlete trains his body. To live with virtue is to live freely, because the one who masters his own mind needs nothing else to be content. Chapter 4. Freedom of the Mind. Epictetus was born a slave in the Roman Empire. His body belonged to another man, but his mind never did. Even in chains, he discovered a truth few ever realize. Freedom is not about your circumstances, it's about your state of mind. He said, "You may fetter my leg, but not even Zeus himself can overpower my will." To Epictetus, no one can truly harm you unless they make you lose your integrity. Your peace, your reason, your moral choice, these are yours alone. He taught that people often enslave themselves not to masters but to fear, desire, and anger. We chase approval, money, or pleasure, and in doing so we hand over our freedom. But when you no longer depend on external things for happiness, you become untouchable. Epictetus's life proved his philosophy. Though born a slave, he lived and died as a free man, because his freedom came from within. No man is free who is not master of himself. That's the power of Stoic freedom. To stay calm, centered, and sovereign, no matter what the world takes away. Chapter 5. How to control your emotions. Epictetus believed that our emotions are not caused by the world around us, but by how we interpret the world around us. He said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of things. It's not the rain that ruins your day. It's the thought that it shouldn't be raining. It's not criticism that hurts. It's believing that someone else's opinion defines your worth. When you understand this, you take back control. You realize that peace of mind doesn't depend on what happens, but on the story you tell yourself about what happens. Imagine two people stuck in the same traffic jam. One curses, the other listens to music. Same event, two completely different experiences. That's the power of perception. You can't always choose your circumstances, but you can always choose your perspective. Epictetus didn't tell us to suppress our emotions, but to examine them, to pause and ask, is this reaction helping me or harming me? By mastering your thoughts, you master your emotions. And by mastering your emotions, you master yourself. Chapter 6. Practice every day. For Epictetus, philosophy wasn't something to read, it was something to live. He said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Wisdom, he taught, doesn't come from knowing the right words. It comes from living them day after day. He compared philosophy to athletic training. Just as muscles grow through repetition and effort, character is built through daily practice in patience, honesty, self-control, and courage. Every challenge, every irritation, every setback is a chance to train the mind. Someone insults you? That's a test of composure. You're tempted to lie? That's a test of integrity. You face fear? That's a test of courage. Epictetus told his students that the purpose of life isn't to avoid difficulties, but to use them to become better, wiser, and stronger. No man is free who is not master of himself. That freedom, peace, and happiness aren't given. They're earned through discipline and awareness. Philosophy, then, isn't about talking like a sage, it's about acting like one, especially when life makes it hardest to do so. Final chapter, the timeless lesson. Epictetus lived nearly 2,000 years ago, but his wisdom speaks directly to the challenges we face today. We scroll through endless distractions. We chase approval. We fight what we can't control, and we wonder why peace feels so far away. Epictetus would remind us, focus on what is in your control, your thoughts, your choices, your actions. Accept life as it is, not as you wish it to be. Live with virtue, not vanity, and guard your inner freedom above all else. No man is free unless he is master of himself. That single idea, born from the mind of a slave, still carries the power to set anyone free, because freedom isn't something the world gives you. It's something you choose every moment, when you take command of your own mind. So the next time life tests you, remember the lesson of Epictetus. You can't always control the world around you, but you can always control the world within.